I made my first six figures at 17 and my first million at 20. And now at 24, my business makes over $500,000 every single month. And if I had to boil it down to one thing, I'd say it's living a boring life. So in this video, we're going to look at why having fun is keeping you broke, why you need to start living a boring life instead, at least if you want to get rich, that is, and how to actually structure your life so work is the only fun thing that you do. Before we start though, I just want to warn you, if you're not that bothered about getting rich quicker than 99% of people, then just click off this video, because I'm not going to give you a fairy tale journey where you can balance having traditional fun and getting rich. It just isn't a thing. And to achieve extreme results, you need to do extreme things. Now then, why is having fun keeping you broke? We've all heard of dopamine. People throw the word around all the time online. But very simply, dopamine is just your brain's way of rewarding you. It makes you feel good for doing something. That can be a blessing and it can be a curse. It's a blessing when you want to use it to reinforce good habits, like hitting the gym, getting work done, or closing a client. But it's a curse because the world we live in is designed to fry your dopamine system. Corn, TikTok, video games, Netflix, junk food, they all give you massive dopamine spikes for doing absolutely nothing. And the more you rely on these cheap highs, the less rewarding real progress feels. It's why you can't focus. It's why you scroll for hours. And it's why you never stick with anything long enough to win. So, step one is brutally simple. Cut your vices. I'm not going to give you some magical corn blocker app or routine. If you want to stop, you will. And if you don't, you won't. And if you keep chasing fake dopamine, you will stay broke. But it's not just fake dopamine that's the problem. Any activities that you do that release extreme euphoria or dopamine are a big problem. When you stack multiple dopamine highs in your day, like gaming, drinking, chasing girls, doom scrolling, your brain adapts. The highs stop hitting, and you need more and more to feel the same. And meanwhile, normal activities like work, reading, building a business, they just begin to feel more boring and boring. So here's step two. Remove extreme fun. No binge drinking every weekend. No 3-hour gaming marathons. No gambling. No talking to 5 different girls just to kill time. When you strip those out, your baseline dopamine resets. And then normal activities start to feel rewarding again. Finishing a workout will feel good. Closing a deal will feel incredible. And making progress will turn into your dopamine hit. And that's how you get addicted to growth instead of destroying your own life. Now, let's be real. From the outside, my life looked boring, and it still does. I've got the same routine, eat the same food, go to the gym at the same time, and I work the same hours. This is because I removed every other high. Work became the most exciting thing in my life. Progress became my way of partying. And while everyone else was partying in uni, I was in my bedroom working. It looked boring, but that boring life compounded into millions. But it's hard to imagine how bad having traditional fun is until we use real-world examples. So let me break this down into numbers so you can actually see it. Say you play video games for, like, say 1 hour per night. And as an ex-gamer, we all know gaming sessions last way longer. But let's just say that it's 1 hour. Well, that's 7 hours a week. If you add 3 hours a day of scrolling TikTok, that's 21 hours a week. That's already nearly 30 hours gone. And that's basically a part-time job. And that's not even counting those hangovers, the Netflix binges, the junk food crashes. And you think you're just wasting a few hours. But it compounds into days of lost momentum every single week. Now, compare that with someone who spends those 30 hours a week on business, the gym, or learning. Well, that's 120 extra productive hours a month, 1,500 hours a year. And you see how big these gaps get? Time is just the ultimate currency. And the only difference between the rich and the poor is how they spend it. And here's something that most people miss. It's not just about the hours wasted. When you drink, it's not just 2 hours. You've got the prep, the drinking, the drive, the hangover, the junk food, and the wasted next morning. That 2 hours turns into 10. And when you game, it's not just the session, it's the fried dopamine that leaves you restless and unfocused after. Every vice bleeds into your productive hours. And that's why cutting them out completely is so powerful. It's not just that you save time, it's that you protect the quality of your good hours. These things aren't easy though, and you're not going to win by willpower. You win by making the right things easy and the wrong things impossible. I don't keep junk food in my house. Why? Because if it's there, then of course I'm going to eat it. If it's not, I can't. I don't have an Xbox plugged in. Why? Because if it's there, I'm going to play it, and if it's not, I can't. I don't have party friends texting me on the weekends telling me to come out and drink. Why? Because if they're not around, I'm not tempted. And hopefully you're starting to see a pattern here. And on the flip side, I design my environment for progress. My gym clothes are laid out the night before. My to-do list on my project management system ClickUp is written before I sleep. And my office is set up so working feels natural. And that's how you win. You cut out friction for the good things and you add friction to the bad things. And the best part about making your life boring though, is once you taste success, you'll never want to waste time again. When I made my first 6 figures at 17, I was instantly hooked. And when I made my first million at 20, I became obsessed. And now at 24, where my business makes over $500,000 a month, the only thing that excites me is progress. Because once you've seen what's possible, you just can't unsee it. And the worst place to be is comfortable mediocrity. Because if you've never tasted winning, you don't even know what you're missing. But once you get that first taste, you'll feel guilty every time you waste an hour. You'll get mad at yourself for skipping a day, and that's how you'll build momentum. And to get that first win, you need delusional self-belief. Not affirmations in the mirror, real belief backed by action. Because let's be honest, if you're watching this video right now, your past self has failed you. You're not where you want to be because of decisions that you made. So the only way forward is to double down and get angry at yourself and believe with absolute certainty that you will make it happen no matter what anyone says. That's what separates winners from losers. I also want you to cut off dead weight. And yes, this means those friends too. If your friends are broke and not trying to change, they are anchors dragging you down. Cut them off, because it's either them or your goals. And if you don't sacrifice for your goals will become the sacrifice. And there's even a Harvard study that showed sitting near a high performer makes you work up to 40% harder. Imagine what happens when your whole circle is locked in. So yes, being boring is extreme. It's extreme discipline, extreme focus, and extreme sacrifice. But that's what it takes. While the world is obsessed with chasing fun, you need to be obsessed with chasing progress. And that's why at 24, I've made millions. Because I engineered my life so the only fun I have left is work. And that's how you separate yourself from 99% of people. Because once you're rich, once you've built the life you want, you can bring back the fun. But this time, it's on your terms. So yeah, being boring made me millions at 24. And if you want the same, you're going to have to be a bit boring too.